Clinical trials are having the highest level of evidence, and this randomized controlled trial will effectively manage confounding bias to a greater extent, and also by blinding we can eliminate the selection bias also. Clinical trial industry in India and also all around the globe is expanding at a very fast pace, and they are facing so many challenges also because of the already existing and also new regulatory reforms. So in the next 10 to 15 minutes, I will explain about the important issues and areas to be taken care of while conducting clinical trials. In a previous class on ethical concerns of human research, I explained about three types of review. They are mainly the scientific review, ethical review and regulatory review. So the first one is the we have to undergo is the scientific review, which mainly looks at is the research question solved. Along with research question, definitely the objectives will come, the methodology, the materials and methods will come, and your data collection method, your inclusion criteria, your exclusion criteria, sample size calculation, setting of the study, sample population, everything will come under a review of the scientific review. For example, you have the Institutional Review Board, or you have ICMR in India, Indian Council of Medical Research. All are examples of scientific review boards. And the second one, and which is very critical, the most critical one is ethical review. So the ethical review is mainly concerned about the safety and welfare of the research participant. So that was explained in detail in previous class on ethical issues concerned or ethical concerns in human research. So mainly the Human Ethics Committee or in the institution level, or there is also central or national ethics committees are there. And the third one is regulatory review. In all cases, there is no need to submit for the regulatory review. We do the regulatory review if there is exchange of scientists or visitors between two countries, and also if you are conducting research in areas having the border, sharing border between two nations, or if there is an exchange of intellectual properties, or there is transfer or import of any samples for the study between two countries, etc. You have to undergo this regulatory review. And also in case of drug trials, this regulatory review is very important. So mainly it is concerned with the Drug Controller General of India, Health Ministry Screening Committee. In India we have a Health Ministry Screening Committee or Genetic Engineering Approval Committee. So all these are coming under regulatory review. So it is always better to address the ethical issues before starting the study. Especially get an institutional or human ethics committee approval and document it. And secondly, inform this to the community, and especially if it is a community-based study. And also each participant should be informed about this in detail. There comes the importance of the informed consent. Then if you are using placebo, that is also important area. And if there is already an approved standard, a placebo mainly comes if you are using vaccine trial or a drug trial. And if there is already a existing gold standard medicine or drug or a vaccine, there is no need of using a placebo. It is unethical. That is also important. The confidentiality has to be maintained throughout the study. And if there is a clinical trial, after the study, completion of the study, post-trial follow-up is also needed, because there is chance of adverse reactions or toxicity or any harmful effects happening even after completion of the study. There are some critical issues in trial implementation. So these are the critical issues in trial implementation. Trial implementation, at the time of implementation. So you should be aware of all this. Okay, so the first one is an informed consent procedure. I'll tell it as an informed consent procedure because it is very important. So the first thing I already explained about the body, the structure or the format of an informed consent along with my class on ethical concerns in human research. So you should stick on to that format, and also everything should be explained in a simple local language to the participant, and they should be given time to answer their queries and also their concerns. And actually this informed consent should be taken in duplicate. After signing, the participant, witness and the researcher or the principal investigator, one copy should be documented or filed in along with the study group, and the duplicate copy should be given to the participant. That is also very important. And the newer regulation says the audio and video recording of the informed consent. Actually it is a good habit to do that because it will save you if any mishap happens. And second is screening and enrollment of the study participants. So every participant, first there should be an interview, and if the participant is consenting to be included, go for a medical examination, and after that some cases you need a sample collection, especially if there is trial on some samples of the body, example for blood collection is needed. So first do an interview, then medical examination and sample collection if needed, to know whether this participant is eligible to be included in the study. After that you can enroll the patient. So that is screening and enrollment. And always stick on to good clinical and laboratory practices. Controlling quality control and quality assurance is also highly needed. This is highly important to meet the inclusion and exclusion criteria also. So always stick to the study protocol, especially the inclusion criteria and exclusion criteria, and also adhere to the intervention if any. For example, if you are giving a particular drug as an intervention, you should be careful to know that or to monitor that if the patient is taking the drug at the particular time and the particular quantity and particular duration. That is also very important. And also for follow-up is needed, and whether it is follow-up at regular intervals, at weekly or monthly or yearly. In that way, the follow-up is very much important. You should ensure that the patient is coming for adequate follow-up, and at each time of follow-up, the investigations, laboratory investigation or questionnaire, whatever it is needed, it has to be again taken using the highest quality control and quality assurance. And in case of multi-centric trial, what is that? That is, if some particular studies are conducting on doctors or particular surgical procedures, and that center has not enough, or that particular area has not enough number of participants for that. For example, the complications of laparotomy, it is going on as a multi-centric procedure in particular areas of India, northern India, southern India, northeast and the west. Like that, they are doing a multi-centric study. So in that multi-centric trials, the standardization of the study procedure is very important. In all the centers of research, this procedure should be highly standardized. Then only they can stick on to the quality control and the quality assurance. Then independent monitoring, that is another one. That is this whole process, planning from the planning phase up to the conduction and progress. Everything should be monitored by an independent agency, not by the sponsor or by the researcher. Without bias, and independent third party monitoring should be there, so that they can give adequate feedback and also if there is any fault, it can be pointed out, it can be corrected. So independent monitoring is needed. And this safety assessment means adverse effect reporting. So this adverse effect can be due to toxicity to a drug, or adverse effects can be clinical, or it can be laboratory adverse effect, or it can be social adverse effects, or it can be a familial problem while participating in the study. It can happen at all the levels, at the clinical level, at the society level, or it can happen at the familial level, or it can happen at the individual level. Other than this, patient can go for any depression or emotional disturbances. Anything can happen. So that should be reported to the sponsor, to the review board, and also to the ethics review committee. And the next one is reimbursement, compensation and grievance redressal. First, you can give reimbursement or compensation. Actually, there is loss of time and also loss of wages in case of daily wages patient or participant. And if the patient has to travel long distance, then travel allowance can be given. And also, if the patient is having a too frequent follow-up or lengthy period of investigation, then food can also be provided. So reimbursement or compensation for loss of wages and also food and travel. And you should remember that you should not give incentives at any cost. So that should be avoided. And then comes this trial stoppage rules. That is, if the adverse reactions, there are serious adverse reactions resulting in death of the participant or hospitalization of the participant or very serious complications, then that has to be reported to an authority called Data Safety Monitoring Board. Data Safety Monitoring Board. Okay. So they will periodically review the collected data for patient safety, and also if there are any problems with the safety of the participant, and if the adverse reactions happening at too frequently, they can even give a trial stoppage notice for the clinical trial. Okay. Then comes the documentation archival. How long you have to keep the records in case of a clinical trial? That depends upon the sponsor. Can be usually a 5-year, 10-year or 15 years, and if the sponsor want it to be more than that, then you have to keep the record till that time. Okay. So these are the 10 critical issues you have to be addressed and to be remembered at the time of clinical trial implementation, and for the safety of the investigator team and also for the safety of the participant. And remember that these clinical trials are needed for any progress in the field of health research. So this clinical trial has to be supported. RCT has to be conducted with maximum care and every possible effort to adhere to the quality standards. Thank you.